Hello. So something slightly different for our video this week. Nicola and I are taking a walk today. It's a beautiful winter's day in mid-December. We've started at Edgerton. We're going to work our way over to Little Chart and then to Pluckley and then back to Edgerton again. But I thought what I would do is just point out a few sort of interesting things as we see them. And first up, just down here, we've got some plants that are definitely of interest to us. Here we have cow parsley, also known as wild chervil. This is lovely. We eat this pretty often actually as a wild chervil soup. Be particularly cautious with this plant. It's an umbellifer. It is entirely possible to mix this up with hemlock. So unless you are 100% certain, stay away from this one. Also down here we've got lots of jack by the hedge starting to poke its head through as well. This is another one of my favourites. I enjoy this one very much. We've also got, just in the way of berries, we've got some halls that are still around from the autumn. So pack full of vitamin C, really tasty. A word of caution, however, if you can see, hopefully just down into here, we've got some other berries. These are bryony. These are poisonous, so you need to watch out for these ones. Just on this bank, we've got cleavers, goosegrass, many other names to it. The tips of these little new shoots are edible. As an infusion, good for the lymphatic system. Up here, of course, this is all last year's goosegrass. So this is an absolutely fantastic tinder. I've made a video on that one before, where I pointed out that if you can find this stuff hanging up against a fence, it tends not to rot down particularly well at all. So it's a little bit damp, but actually it wouldn't take a lot of drying out to make a really good tinder. A little further along our walk and alongside the track here is yarrow. So this is a fantastic little plant, in fact. Looks kind of feathery like, or maybe a bit like a fern. Ronnie wants to come and eat it. So this is edible. You can eat this as it is. I read more recently that you shouldn't eat this if you suffer from epilepsy. We tend to use this fairly regularly to make a yarrow ointment, and yarrow ointment is absolutely fantastic for minor burns and paper cuts. So we'll carry on with our walk. We've just walked through a little woodland, and as we've come out the other side now, we've got a couple of spindle. So these right behind me. The fruit, excuse me, the fruit of these are poisonous. Recorded incidents of these are quite low. It tends to be small children because of the colour and the attractiveness of them. So be wary of these ones.
Whoa!
stopped next to a dog rose, and there's not a lot of fruit on it, but we have got the odd rose hip on here. Rose hips absolutely packed full of vitamin C. So during the Second World War, people were encouraged to scour the hedgerows to collect these up. You do have to be a little bit careful when it comes to eating them. The seeds inside this have little hairs on them. Country kids used to drop those seeds down each other's back for a bit like itching powder. So what you'll find if you eat the seeds, well, basically you're going to get this. It's going to be like eating itching powder. So you do want to avoid that. Typically, what we'll do is turn it into a jelly, a rosehip jelly, which is absolutely delicious. I did a video about jelly ear fungus a couple of weeks back now, but as we were passing this dead elder and spied so many of them, I thought I might just stop and have a quick look. So as you can see, absolutely covered in jelly ear. There's a good meal in just along this single bit, along this single tree. So we've nearly finished our walk now. We're back on the outskirts of Edgerton. We're a couple hundred metres now from where we left the car. One last plant I wanted to show you is Alexander's. So we get lots of this where we live in Herne Bay, and I have for quite some time associated it with the coast, but it turns out it isn't necessarily a coastal plant. This is absolutely delicious. So as I say, guys, this is kind of drawing us to the end of our walk today, so I'm going to close off. If you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, then please do. Take care.